Today's story follows a quiet, introverted man who lives in his own world, mostly cut off from everyone else. Over time, a few unexpected people enter his life and slowly help him find his way back. It's a calm, low-key story, but if you've ever felt alone at any point in your life, it's easy to connect with. The story opens with Finn, a quiet guy who lives a very small, contained life. He spends a lot of time alone, often standing on the roof of his building just watching trains pass by. That pretty much sums him up. He likes observing things from a distance, not getting involved. After a while, he checks the time and heads to work. On the way out, he meets his neighbor Henry, who also happens to be his boss, and they walk together like they always do. Henry owns a small, old-fashioned toy train shop called Golden Spike, and Finn works there. The shop isn't busy, but it matters to them. Their bond comes from a shared obsession with trains, real and miniature. Finn barely talks, keeps to himself, and spends most of his energy fixing model trains or reading. Kids in the neighborhood mess with him sometimes because he's short, but he doesn't react. He's learned how to tune people out. Finn's days don't really change. He opens the shop, repairs trains, watches videos with a few other train hobbyists who follow real trains around with cameras, and later in the evening he drinks with Henry. It's repetitive but safe. That routine is basically his whole world. Then one afternoon, that world ends without warning. Henry asks Finn to join him for lunch. Finn says he'll finish a repair first. Seconds later, the shop starts shaking. Finn runs outside and finds Henry collapsed on the ground. He's already dead. Finn is clearly affected, but he doesn't show it. He absorbs the shock the same way he handles everything else, by shutting down. The following day, a lawyer contacts him. While going over Henry's affairs, the lawyer tells Finn something unexpected. Henry left him a property, an abandoned train station, and a half-acre of land in West Milford, New Jersey. The lawyer suggests Finn move there. Finn's first concern isn't the property. He asks what will happen to the train shop. The lawyer tells him it'll be auctioned off in 6 weeks. That's when it finally hits him. The one place that gave his life structure is disappearing. Soon after, Finn packs up what little he owns. Instead of driving, he decides to walk. He follows the train tracks all the way to West Milford and reaches the station by evening. The place is empty. No trains stop there anymore. The tracks feel abandoned, frozen in time. It mirrors Finn almost too perfectly. The station itself is worn down but livable. Inside, there are some books, a small kitchen area, and a view of the woods outside. It's isolated, quiet, and cut off from people. For Finn, that doesn't feel scary. It feels familiar. He collapses on the couch and falls asleep almost immediately. The next morning, the silence breaks. Finn wakes up to someone loudly calling out to him. Outside, there's a coffee truck parked near the station. The man running it introduces himself as Joey. He's friendly, loud, and clearly not bothered by talking to someone who barely responds. Joey's from Cuba, and he explains that he runs the truck himself because his father is often sick. Joey is basically Finn's opposite. He talks non-stop and treats strangers like old friends. He parks near the station every day and keeps trying to pull Finn into conversation. At first, Finn ignores him completely. Eventually, just to make him stop, Finn buys a coffee. Joey takes that as progress and keeps trying to connect, but Finn walks away the moment he can. Not long after settling, Finn heads to a nearby store to buy supplies. On the way, a car suddenly swerves toward him, nearly hitting him. Finn jumps out of the way just in time, shaken but unharmed. It's the first real sign that even in this quiet place, his life isn't going to stay untouched for long. The driver turns out to be Olivia, a middle-aged artist who's clearly not in a great headspace. She's shaken, apologizes immediately, and tries to check if Finn is okay. Finn barely engages. He brushes it off and walks away like nothing happened. At the local store, things don't get much better. The woman at the counter openly takes his photo, mostly out of curiosity. Finn doesn't react. He grabs what he needs and leaves without saying a word. On the walk back, Olivia shows up again. She's holding a coffee this time, drops it, panics, and once again nearly hits Finn with her car. Somehow, he avoids getting hurt again. She apologizes, clearly embarrassed, and offers him a ride home. Finn turns her down and keeps walking. When he gets back to the station, Joey is there as usual, trying to pull Finn into conversation. He invites him out for drinks. Finn shuts it down and goes inside. The next day, Finn wanders along the tracks toward town, just walking and taking things in. At some point, a little girl starts following him. Her name is Cleo. At first, she assumes he's a kid like her. The moment Finn speaks, she realizes he's an adult and bolts, completely freaked out. That night, there's a knock on Finn's door. It's Olivia. She wants to apologize properly for the chaos from the day before and asks if he wants to have a drink. Finn doesn't really say yes, but he doesn't say no either. As the night goes on, Olivia drinks too much and starts opening up. She explains that she lost her son in an accident the year before. That loss destroyed her marriage, and she ended up moving to this town trying to reset her life. She asks Finn about himself, but he keeps his answers short and vague. Eventually, Olivia passes out on the couch. Finn gives her the space and ends up sleeping in the bathtub. The next morning, Joey sees Olivia leaving Finn's place and immediately jumps to conclusions. Finn shuts that down fast and makes it clear nothing happened. That's when they notice Olivia forgot her phone. Finn takes it back to her place, leaves it quietly, and walks away without knocking. Later, Finn stops by the local library to get some books. At the counter, a young librarian named Emily panics when she sees him and lets out a scream. Once things calm down, she explains that since he's new, he doesn't have a library card and can't borrow anything yet. Olivia shows up while this is happening and offers to let Finn use her card. Finn refuses and leaves. When he gets home, though, he finds the book he wanted sitting outside his door. Joey tells him Olivia dropped it off earlier. Finn takes it inside without saying much. That evening, Finn is checking the train cars at the station, noting serial numbers like he always does. Cleo shows up again, this time less scared. She asks what he's doing, and he explains it to her. They talk a bit, and without making a big deal out of it, they start to form a connection. The next morning, Joey's food truck gets a small crowd. Among them are Emily's boyfriend, Charlie, and another guy. When they notice Finn, they start mocking his height. Joey doesn't tolerate it. He steps in immediately and tells them to leave, making it clear that kind of behavior isn't welcome around him. From here, you can tell Joey has quietly started looking out for Finn. Finn slips back into his usual habits, sitting alone in a park with a book, watching trains pass like background noise to his life. Joey, not getting much business that day, joins him and asks why he's just sitting there. Finn says he's watching the trains. Joey asks when the next one's coming, and Finn casually says 5 minutes. When the train actually shows up right on time, Joey lights up like a kid. It's a small moment, but it sticks. On the way back, they run into Olivia again. Joey's worn out and asks if she can give them a ride. Back at the station, Joey offers food, and the three of them eat together. Joey asks Finn what he does for fun. Finn admits there's something he's always wanted to try: train chasing. The problem is he doesn't have a car or a camera. Before the conversation goes anywhere else, Joey gets a call from his dad and has to rush off. Finn and Olivia finish eating in silence. Not awkward, just quiet.
The next day, Olivia comes by Finn's place again, but he's not home. He's out with Joey near the bridge watching trains. Olivia doesn't wait. She leaves a video camera outside his door with a short note: "Happy movie making. Love, Olivia." When Finn gets back and sees it, it hits him hard. It's not dramatic, but it's clear this is the first time someone's done something purely for him. And yeah, it's obvious he's starting to feel something for her. Time passes and the dynamic shifts. Finn, Joey, and Olivia start spending real time together. Joey eventually takes Finn train chasing in his food truck, turning it into a full-on adventure. Finn is genuinely happy. The next day, Olivia invites them both over for lunch. During the conversation, Finn smiles without even realizing it. That version of him didn't exist before. Later that night, they drink too much, and Finn and Joey end up crashing at Olivia's place. Then things take a turn. The next morning, Olivia's ex-husband shows up and finds both men there. He's furious. After Finn and Joey leave, he gets into a heated argument with Olivia. Whatever progress she'd been making clearly takes a hit. Soon after, Finn is back at home reading when Cleo shows up with a demand. She tells him he has to come to her school on Friday and give a speech in her class because her parents won't be there and all the other kids' parents will be. Finn shuts it down immediately. Cleo storms off, hurt and angry. Joey shows up not long after and mentions something odd. Olivia didn't stop by for coffee that day. She never misses a day. Finn realizes something's off. The next day, they see her outside the local store. She notices them and deliberately walks past without saying a word. Both Finn and Joey are visibly unsettled. Trying to shake it off, Joey invites Finn out for drinks with him and his dad. Finn agrees. The following day, Finn stops by the library again. Emily starts flirting with him this time, but Finn barely responds and leaves. He heads into the nearby store instead. While he's there, the woman at the counter gets a call from Olivia and takes an order. Finn says he's heading to Olivia's place anyway and offers to drop the items off. When he gets there, Olivia opens the door, takes the bag, thanks him politely, and closes the door. No warmth, no explanation, just distance. Finn stands there for a moment, confused and clearly shaken. Whatever connection they had feels like it's been cut off without warning, and he has no idea why. That night, Finn ends up at the local bar and runs into Emily again. She invites him to sit with her since her boyfriend Charlie was supposed to show up but hasn't. Finn says he's actually waiting to meet Joey and Joey's dad there too. They end up talking anyway, and after a few drinks, Emily opens up. She tells Finn she's pregnant and hasn't told Charlie because she doesn't trust him to handle it responsibly. While she's still venting, Charlie calls. She snaps and tells him not to come. Outside the bar, Charlie shows up anyway. He sees Emily with Finn and immediately gets aggressive. Finn tries to calm things down, but Charlie shoves him. Finn doesn't fight back, he just walks away. The next morning, Joey comes by to apologize for missing drinks the night before. Finn isn't in the mood. He shuts Joey down and asks to be left alone. Joey leaves, frustrated. Days pass and Joey's food truck stops showing up altogether. That's when it really sinks in for Finn. This time, the loneliness actually hurts. One evening, Emily comes to Finn's place to apologize for what happened with Charlie. They talk, emotions spill out, and they end up kissing. Almost immediately, Finn pulls away. He tells her it's not right. Even he knows that what he feels for Olivia isn't something he can fake with someone else. After that, Finn starts sitting outside Olivia's house every day, hoping things might somehow return to how they were. One day, he sees her arguing on the phone with her ex-husband. Finn steps forward trying to help, but Olivia lashes out and tells him she doesn't need him in her life. That completely breaks him. That night, Finn goes back to the bar. Drunk and fed up, he notices people staring at him. He snaps. He throws his glass, climbs onto a table, and yells at everyone to take a good look if they've never seen someone his height before. For once, he doesn't hold anything back. On the walk home, he follows the train tracks. He trips, falls, and ends up lying directly on them. A train approaches. Finn doesn't move. He doesn't look scared at all. When he wakes up the next morning, he's alive. The train passed over him because of his height. He lies there for a moment, completely sober now, realizing how close he came to dying. He picks up his broken watch and walks home quietly. The next day, Finn goes back to Olivia's house and finds her unconscious. He wakes her up and she finally tells him the truth. Her ex-husband is about to remarry. Overwhelmed and still grieving their son, she took sleeping pills, trying to end her life. Finn holds her as she breaks down. Olivia agrees to go to the hospital for mental health treatment. While she's gone, Finn visits her house every day and cleans it. Around this time, he also decides to show up for Cleo at After All. He goes to her school and gives the speech. One kid mocks his height, but Finn doesn't react. He just talks about trains, and the class listens. When Olivia returns from the hospital, Finn reaches out to Joey. The three of them reconnect. Slowly, the space they all carry inside starts to feel less empty. They spend time together again, not fixing everything, but making life feel livable. That's where the story ends.